We're here with Matthew Connington, co-principal of Roseville Park Merino stud at Dubbo. Matthew, could you give us a bit of a background of Roseville Park Merino stud?
Well, the stud was founded in 1938 by my grandfather George, and then it was run through the 70s, 80s and 90s by my father Graham. And then in mid-2005, my wife Sharon and I purchased 2 farms in the merino stud off Graham and sort of continued the stud going for the 3rd generation. We run about 8,000 sheep. We've got 3,000 stud ewes. We're selling about 700 rams a year, and they're geographically spread all over Australia, and we're exporting into New Zealand, Argentina, Uruguay and the Falkland Islands as well.
A lot of people mightn't realise, but you guys have adapted the ASBV, the sheep breeding Vayers and things.
Yeah, I guess it's something even way back. My grandfather in the 1940s was always measuring sheep. Not that many people know it. He entered the first weather trials that were ever run in Australia in the 1940s and won them 3 consecutive years in a row. And then my father was the first person to take up sire evaluation when it first started in 1989. And we've been entering sires in it ever since then. But we've been early adapters and happy to put our sheep out there and measure them and benchmark them to the industry. So I guess as a natural evolution of benchmarking went, as soon as sheep genetics came up, we jumped straight into that, and we've been measuring our sheep for fleece weight, muscle, all the growth traits, fertility traits, worm resistance for 16 years now, and we've got a lot of data there. It's very robust because we've been doing it so long term, and the quality is very high of the data we're getting. We're starting to really break some ground on the ASBVs we're getting. You know, last year we had 22 out of the top 30 sires in the industry for fleece weight, and in our whole on-property sale last year there was 150 rams, but of the 150, 139 of them were industry trait leaders for fleece weight, body weight and index. Now as a group, the clean fleece weight average was plus 22% for fleece weight, which is in the top 4% of the breed. Index, the whole sale team averaged 164, which is also in the top 4% of the breed. The other things we've taken on as soon as they've been developed as well, we've got genomic information, so we're getting gene markers for different traits. On every one of our sires that we use, we actually now have genomics information on them, and it's very good because we can use rams at a lot younger age and shorten our intergenerational gaps. So we're turning our sires over very quickly.
Yeah, and that adaptation between science and your visual traits is where the sort of industry's heading, and there's a lot to be achieved that way.
Well, yeah, although I've only been talking about the measurement, most people do know us from showing sheep. Yep. And they're seeing people that show sheep as being very traditional and sort of not moving with the times, but we love showing sheep because it gets your phenotype right, your structure and your physical outlook of a sheep is 100% right because of the showing. Also, preparing the sheep for show gets the sheep to their full genetic potential. You know, last year we had a ram that was 155 kilograms, 17 micron, and he produced 17 kilos of wool out of the shed.
Yeah.
You know, and he topped Dubbo ram sales at $23,000.